Are you struggling to maintain connections within your network? Is the new normal making it harder to keep up with relationships and stay close to your customers? In this video, we're going to give you some simple tips on how to stay connected and even grow your network without ever leaving your living room or bedroom. Stay tuned. Hey everybody, welcome to iProv Vlog, where we help business leaders grow their business. I'm Jordan Smith, and as always, I'm joined by Patrick Laughlin. What's up, Pat?
What's up, Joe? How are you today?
I'm good. I'm excited about this topic because this is something that I had to learn on the fly a few months. So I'm excited that we're diving into this. So tell us a little bit what we're going to talk about today.
Well, so obviously, how networking happens is quite a bit different these days, and in fact, in-person networking really isn't possible or prudent. I know that there are some non-believers that are doing it, but I'm going to advise everybody that's out there that let's just sort of stay the course for another couple months until everything's calmed down, right?
Yeah.
But even though like where and how networking happens has changed, the why for networking is still super important, and the ways to do it really well haven't changed all that much, right? The same rules apply even if you're doing it virtually. I think the tricky part is doing it in a genuine way and not coming off as self-serving. And it's easy to come off as overly salesy, which isn't always terrible. I think that's one of those things that depends on context, but certainly self-serving is always bad. So let's talk about how you do that. And since you've been doing a whole lot of it, Joe, why don't you sort of tell us about tip one?
Yeah, I always start off with being intentional, right? We've mentioned this on a couple of videos. And so just remember why you're networking. So for starters, it's all about building relationships, So I always say to remember just to approach every networking interaction with the mindset of how can you support that person that you're reaching out to as much as you are asking them for help. It's that we've mentioned this before, and we'll have a link down here below, but we've talked about the Go Giver book. Give more value than you get in any interaction. And think about, a couple questions that I go into every conversation with is, who can I introduce them to? And I try to find that out before I even go into the conversation. Is there a way I can promote any of their recent work? Like, surely they've done something that I like, or I wouldn't be talking to them, right? How can I maybe amplify that message with my tiny little audience? But my audience that is made up of hopefully people who are really similar to the folks that they want to get in front of. Have I read an article or heard a podcast? Something that might interest them in their particular line of work. But just giving everybody a legit reason to hang out on social media during the day is a good one too. It sounds simple, but the first step is just to connect with them, whether it's on LinkedIn, like a comment, job update, shared article, any posts they make, follow their business pages. Just make sure that they not only talk to you, but they also see your name, as they go through their work week, work month, work quarter, whatever the case may be. So just be intentional and try to give more value than you get, and it's going to come back to you no matter what. And remember, this is networking. We're not talking about sales. We're talking about building relationships. So just treat it like you would build any personal relationship, right?
Well, and I think that you bring up a really good point, is you have to sort of be intentional, but networking through some of these new mediums like social media, responding to somebody's tweets, responding to somebody's LinkedIn updates, those are asynchronous activities. So you're like building this relationship not in real time. And so it's probably more important to make sure that you're commenting on other people's posts, or you're amplifying them in some way, and that you're giving them a voice more so than sharing your own voice. I think that that's super important. But I also think that it's really important, and this is tip number 2, is to work a schedule. Working a schedule actually makes check-ins feel random, believe it or not. One of the easiest ways to make sure that you stay in touch with someone in your network is just to create a check-in schedule and then really stick to it. Carve up your contact list. and just like assign some small little repeating time block on your calendar, and then space those blocks out, so you're not overwhelming them or yourself. And really, the aim is just for some light touch. Hey, Joe, hadn't heard from you in a while. How you doing? I saw this and I thought about you. And really, it's just something as simple as that. You can just send a really quick email or message to them during that assigned time block. And the note doesn't have to be any more than, how's it going? Or I saw this thing, or I heard this thing and I thought of you. So the goal is to check in and get your name on their screen in a really friendly and casual way. But to put it on a regular schedule means that it will actually get done. And, doing those little things like that every day in a consistent way makes for really great results.
Yeah, I love that tip. The best way to make sure that something gets done for most folks is put it on your calendar. And it might sound, lazy, for lack of a better word, to put networking or, social media fact finding or whatever the case may be, but it's not, So you got to get over that if that's a concern or that's in your head. And that, point number 3, and Pat, you mentioned this a second ago too, which is be personal and specific. Think about the type of relationship that you've got with that individual. Are they just a contact? Are they a client? Are they a mentor, an acquaintance, somebody you don't know at all but you want to get to know? So is it somebody that did something for you in the past, or a client you haven't spoken to in a while? Things like handwritten notes for certain individuals that you're that either you don't know or you're closer with will go a lot longer than one of the 80 emails that they get every day in their inbox. If it's somebody you want a referral from, don't start by introducing yourself and asking for one, right? Spend some time making an email introduction to somebody you think they should meet first, right? Include links to their LinkedIn page, website, other social media platforms that person might be active on. And if you don't know a good referral for them, get the ball rolling by just finding an excuse to reach out to them, right? Something like, hey,
I have a rule about this, Joe. I have a 2-to-1 referral rule. Like, if I want to ask you for a referral, I feel like I have to give you at least 2 before I ask you for somebody in your network. Not a bad rule to follow.
No, I love that rule. No, and even a simple message to get the ball rolling. I've used something like this a lot, where it's just, hey, listen, I'd love to connect with you. One of the things I'm focused on this month is doing a better job at making referrals to people that I know are awesome. What does early next week look like for you? I'd love to make introductions to people that might be a great fit. And you can change the words but something like that is a great way to get not only back in touch with somebody, but just, a different type of message that is more likely for you to get that relationship than just a salesy type of, hey, I want to talk to you about what we're doing type of deal.
Absolutely. So if you want to learn how to take maintaining connections with your network to the next level with some tools like a CRM or a marketing automation platform, leave us a comment below or contact us at iprovonline.com. We'll show you how we automate 80% of our networking activities and still stay close to our customers without really breaking a sweat at all.
Yeah, absolutely. We could do a whole nother video about how to automate some of these touches, right? So anyway, like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what type of content you'd like to see next. Also, send this to a friend. We're talking about ways to get in touch with people. Copy and paste this link. Send it over to somebody. Said, hey, watched a video. They were talking about networking. I thought of you. Haven't seen you in a while. Can we get a virtual cup of coffee? And let us know how that works too. I'd love to know if that works for anybody out there. So talk to you again soon. Thanks, Pat. And until next time, peace, peeps.